Stop lying to yourself. If a woman truly wants something serious with you, you won't have to decode her actions like some riddle. You won't need to beg, chase, or guess. Her behavior will scream it loud. And if you're not seeing it, the truth is simple. She does want it. That is the cold, unpolished reality most men refuse to accept. You've been conditioned to believe that women are complicated, mysterious, impossible to read. But that is not true. When it comes to real desire, when it comes to genuine commitment, there is no confusion. Her actions are louder than anything she says, and those actions reveal everything. The problem is not that you can't see it. The problem is that you don't want to see it. You cling to scraps of attention, you magnify meaningless gestures, and you invent excuses to protect yourself from the sting of reality. You tell yourself she's busy, she's stressed, she's not ready. You hold on to the hope that maybe, just maybe, she will change her mind if you keep proving yourself worthy. But here's the brutal truth. If you were the one she wanted, there would be no hesitation, no confusion, no delay. A woman who wants a serious relationship does keep you at arm's length. She pulls you closer without hesitation. It's easier to believe in excuses than to face rejection. That's why so many men waste months, even years, waiting for clarity that never comes. You're afraid to accept the obvious, that her lack of action is her decision already made. But the truth, does he care about your feelings? The truth, does he bend to your comfort? If she's not making you a priority, then you are not her priority. If she's not investing in you, then you are not her choice. It's not complicated. You've just been lying to yourself. Think about it. When a woman wants something badly, whether it's a job, an opportunity, a lifestyle, or a man, she does sit back and hope it falls into place. She takes action, she makes it known, she shows up with intention. Why would it be any different with you? If she isn't doing these things, it's because she doesn't want it enough. She doesn't want you enough. That might sound harsh, but it's liberating once you stop fighting it. You've been brainwashed into thinking that winning a woman's heart is about persistence, about proving your value, about holding on no matter how unclear things are. But that belief is the reason you're stuck in the same cycle of frustration and disappointment. The right woman does need convincing. She does need to be persuaded, cajoled, or pressured into seeing your worth. If she's serious, she will recognize it on her own, and she will move with certainty. This is the line most men refuse to draw, because deep down, they would rather chase than walk away. Chasing gives you an illusion of control. Walking away forces you to face yourself. But until you accept this harsh truth, you will keep wasting time on women who never wanted you in the first place. The danger isn't her rejection. The danger is your refusal to reject the half-love and confusion she offers. Here is the shift that must happen in your mind. Stop measuring her words, start measuring her actions. Stop obsessing over what she says, and look at what she does consistently. A woman who wants you seriously will not leave you questioning, she will not leave you guessing. She will not leave you wondering if you matter. And if you are left in doubt, that doubt is your answer. The truth is simple. Love is not hidden. Commitment is not subtle. Serious intent is not silent. If she wants it, you will know. If she does, you will feel it. And the longer you deny that reality, the longer you will trap yourself in relationships that drain your time, your energy, and your self-respect. Brutal honesty hurts, but it also frees. Once you stop lying to yourself, once you stop begging for clarity, you take back your power. You stop wasting your life on someone who isn't serious about you. And that shift alone can change everything. You waste too much energy convincing yourself she just needs more time. Wrong. When a woman is serious, time is her enemy, not her excuse. She does stall, she does delay, and she does leave you dangling in uncertainty. A woman who truly wants something with you feels urgency, not hesitation. She acts with clarity, because deep down she knows that if she does make her intentions known, she risks losing what she wants. That's why her effort shows early. Her consistency speaks louder than any promise, and her choices make her position clear. But here is where most men destroy themselves. They buy into the lie of, not yet. They believe she's holding back because she's cautious, shy, or needs healing from her past. They confuse indifference for patience and hesitation for depth. It's easier to cling to that story than to accept that maybe she does see you as her future. You tell yourself she needs space. You convince yourself that if you keep showing up, keep proving yourself, keep waiting, she will eventually wake up and realize your value. But that's not how it works. A woman who wants you seriously does. To put you on layaway, she makes her intentions known without delay. The painful reality is this. People don't postpone what they truly want. Think about your own life. When you crave something deeply, an opportunity, a goal, a chance, you don't sit back and hope it eventually lands in your lap. You pursue it, you make it a priority, you create space for it. Why would it be different for her? If she's taking her time, it's not because she's careful, it's because she's unsure. And if she's unsure, then she's not serious. Stop glorifying the waiting game. Stop praising patience when what you're really practicing is self-deception. Time doesn't magically turn disinterest into devotion. Time doesn't transform maybe into yes. If she is serious, you'll see it without needing to analyze. If you are not seeing it, then it isn't there. That is the harsh reality. Every day you waste hoping she'll change her mind is a day stolen from your future with someone who actually would choose you without hesitation. The brutal truth is that when a woman values you, she wants to lock you in before someone else does. She doesn't risk letting you drift away while she figures herself out. She does to gamble with your patience or test the limits of your loyalty. She understands that if she delays, she might lose you, and losing you is not a risk she is willing to take. That urgency, that clarity, that unwillingness to let you slip away, that is how you know she is serious. You need to stop romanticizing delay as depth. Delay is not depth. Delay is doubt. And doubt is fatal to real commitment. A woman who is serious won't hide behind excuses about bad timing, work stress, or needing to focus on herself. She will still find a way to show up for you because that's what seriousness looks like. When someone wants you, their circumstances don't raise their effort. If she's too busy to be consistent, she's too busy to be with you. Here's the hard pill. Waiting for someone who is serious is a form of self-betrayal. It's telling yourself you are not worth certainty, not worth clarity, not worth urgency. You deserve someone who chooses you with confidence, not hesitation. You deserve someone who doesn't need endless time to realize your value. And until you believe that, you'll keep wasting yourself on women who see you as an option instead of a priority. So the next time you find yourself holding on, hoping she just needs more time, remind yourself of this. If she's not choosing you now, she's not going to choose you later. Stop burning your time waiting for someone who would hesitate if they truly wanted you. Serious intent reveals itself quickly, clearly, and consistently. Anything else is just stalling, and stalling is rejection wearing a disguise. Here is the first harsh truth. Women don't hide what they truly want. If she wants you, you will know. If she does, you'll feel it. There is no middle ground. Confusion is not a sign of mystery. It's a sign of disinterest. The only reason you second-guessing her intentions is because you don't want to face the obvious answer. You'd rather invent stories than confront the truth. But here it is, plain and brutal. If she's holding back, it's not because she is shy. It's not because she's scared. It's not because she's waiting for the right moment. It's because you are not her choice. That realization hurts. It cuts your ego in half. It challenges the way you've been conditioned to think about relationships. You've been told that women are complicated puzzles you need to solve, as if they're silent. Their hesitation, their distance are part of some game you are supposed to crack. But that belief is poison. It traps you in cycles of chasing and overanalyzing. It makes you cling to half-hearted signals like the occasional message, the rare compliment, the tiny crumbs of attention. You take those crumbs and build castles of hope around them, and every time, you end up disappointed because the castle collapses under the weight of reality. You tell yourself she cares, just not in the way you expect. You convince yourself she's holding back because she's been hurt before. You excuse her lack of investment by painting her as complex, damaged, or scared of love. But here's the uncomfortable truth. People don't hide when they want something real. Think about it. When you want a job, you apply. When you want to succeed, you push. When you want to change, you act. Hiding is not part of wanting. Hiding is part of avoiding. If she's hiding her seriousness, it's not there to begin with. The problem is not that she's unreadable. The problem is that you refuse to read what right in front of you. You choose denial over acceptance. You prefer chasing potential over facing reality. And every time you do that, you sink deeper into self-delusion. You lose your self-respect piece by piece, waiting for her to suddenly show you the signs you've been craving. But she won, because those signs don't exist. If you haven't seen them already, you are not going to see them later. Here is the part that shocks most men. Rejection is not cruel. Leading someone on is cruel. Silence is cruel. Mixed signals are cruel. But a clear no, a cold indifference, a lack of investment, that honesty, even if it's unspoken, it is the truth you don't want to accept, but it's still the truth. And once you face it, you'll realize you've been clinging to women who were never yours to begin with. You need to stop treating doubt as something noble. Doubt is not a sign that you need to try harder. Doubt is not an invitation to prove your worth. Doubt is the answer. If she were serious, you would be doubting. If she were committed, you would be questioning. The very fact that you stuck wondering whether she wants you is proof that she does to want you enough. That is the cutthroat clarity you've been avoiding. So stop decoding. Stop waiting for her to say the right words or give the perfect signal. Words are cheap, signals are misleading, and hope is a trap. Look at her actions. Look at the consistency. Look at the way she shows up or does tea. That will tell you everything. And if her actions leave you guessing, then you already know the truth. She's not serious. It's time to flip the script. Stop asking yourself what you can do to make her reveal her feelings. Start asking yourself why you are tolerating someone who makes you doubt them in the first place. Stop chasing women who keep you in limbo. Stop glorifying confusion as part of the process. Love is not supposed to be an endless riddle. Commitment is not supposed to be a maze. If it feels like you are constantly trying to figure her out, you are already losing. The first harsh truth is simple, and it's not up for debate. Women don't hide what they truly want. If she is hiding, if she's hesitating, if she is unclear, then she does want it badly enough. And if she doesn't want it badly enough, you shouldn't want it at all. The second truth is this: if a woman wants you seriously, she invests. And I don't mean with sweet words, empty promises, or vague talk about the future. I mean she invests with action. She shows you with her effort, her consistency, her willingness to carve out space in her life for you. Seriousness is always revealed in what someone is willing to give, not in what they say. If she is giving you excuses while giving her time, energy, and attention to everything else, then she's not investing in you. And if she's not investing in you, she's not serious. Here's what most men refuse to accept. When someone values you, they will prioritize you. It doesn't matter how busy they are, how stressful their life is, or how complicated things might be. If you matter, they will make you fit into their world. If you don't matter, they will always be too busy. It really is that simple. The painful part is that you know this deep down, but you fight it because admitting it would force you to face the reality that she does see you as essential. Investment looks like effort. It looks like consistency. It looks like sacrifice. And when you are the one making all the effort, when you are the one bending over backward, when you are the one sacrificing while she does nothing, you are not in a serious relationship, you are in a one-sided fantasy. You are pouring your energy into someone who does value it enough to match it. And no amount of persistence on your part will change that. Here is the cold truth. If you feel like an option, it is because you are one. A serious woman does to make you question your place in her life. She doesn't keep you on the sidelines while she figures out what she wants. She doesn't treat you like a backup plan. If she's not showing up for you, if she's not making room for you, if she's not investing in you, then you're not her priority. And if you are not her priority, then you are wasting your time. Men love to convince themselves that love should be proven through endurance. You think that if you keep showing loyalty, if you keep waiting, if you keep tolerating her lack of investment, she will eventually realize your worth. But that mindset is what keeps you trapped. You are proving your value to someone who has already decided you're not worth it. And that's not noble, it's self-destruction. A woman who is serious about you does risk losing you through neglect. She doesn't gamble with your patience. She does let you pour in while she sits back. She understands that investment has to be mutual or it collapses. So if you are giving everything and she is giving nothing, you need to face the truth. She does want it as badly as you do. And the longer you deny that, the more you train her to treat you as less than you deserve. Think about it. In every part of life, investment is a reflection of seriousness. If you want a career, you invest time, effort, and energy. If you want health, you invest discipline and sacrifice. If you want wealth, you invest money and strategy. Why would relationships be any different? If she's serious, she invests. If she's not investing, she's not serious, period. Stop mistaking words for effort. Words are easy. Anyone can say, I care, I want this, or I love you. But words don't build relationships. Actions do. Consistency does. And if her actions don't line up with her words, you have to trust the actions, because actions never lie. You deserve more than being someone else's convenience. You deserve more than being someone else's temporary distraction. You deserve someone who matches your effort, someone who invests in you the way you invest in them. And if she can give you that, then you need to stop giving her the best of you while she gives you nothing in return. The second truth is simple, and it should be non-negotiable. If a woman is serious about you, she invests. If you don't feel that investment, if you are the only one putting in the work yet, because she doesn't see you as her future, stop lying to yourself, stop excusing her behavior, and stop confusing convenience for commitment. Seriousness is shown through sacrifice, consistency, and effort. Anything less is just a placeholder. A serious woman will give you clarity. Always. She won't make you sit in confusion, she won't bury you in mixed signal, and she won't play games that leave you questioning where you stand. Confusion is not a part of love. Confusion is a symptom of indifference. When a woman is serious, she makes it unmistakably clear through her actions, her presence, and her consistency. If you were constantly left wondering, second-guessing, or dissecting her behavior to figure out how she feels, that alone is your answer. She's not serious. Here's the harsh truth most men don't want to admit. When a woman wants you, there is no mystery. You don't have to chase her down for attention. You don't have to decipher her every text like it some hidden code. You don't have to question if you matter. She makes it obvious, because she wants you to know. She wants to remove doubt, not create it. But if you find yourself in constant uncertainty, that's not an accident, it's her choice. She is choosing to keep you in limbo because she does see you as a priority. Stop romanticizing confusion. Stop mistaking unpredictability for passion. Stop telling yourself the drama means she cares. Drama is not love. Games are not love. Emotional roller coasters are not love. They are manipulation, control, or simply a lack of seriousness. A woman who wants something real won't risk losing it by leaving you uncertain. She'll bring peace, not chaos. She'll bring stability, not turbulence. If all you feel is confusion, then you are not in a relationship, you are in a trap. Think about it. Clarity is the simplest thing to give, yet the hardest thing to fake. If she truly wants you, she will remove doubt with her actions. She'll show up. She'll be consistent. She'll communicate in a way that leaves no room for guessing. But when she does want you seriously, all you'll get is inconsistency. Sometimes she's warm, sometimes she's cold. Sometimes she is interested, sometimes she is distant. That inconsistency keeps you hooked, always chasing, always trying to earn more of the good moment. And that cycle destroys you, because you mistake those rare highs for proof that she cares. But those highs are crumbs, and you starving yourself for them. Clarity is a form of respect. When a woman values you, she doesn't toy with your emotions. She doesn't manipulate you by being hot and cold. She doesn't leave you in doubt about her feelings. She respects your time, your energy, and your heart enough to be clear. If you're not getting that clarity, then you're not getting respect. And without respect, there is no foundation for anything real. The truth is simple. Confusion is rejection in disguise. If she cared, you'd know. If she was serious, you'd feel it. If she wanted you, you would be questioning it. Every time you ask yourself, does she really like me? Does she really want me? That is your answer. If she did, you would be asking. Doubt is the proof you've been avoiding. The dangerous thing about confusion is that it keeps you stuck. You tell yourself you just need more time to figure it out, more patience to see her true feelings, more effort to prove yourself. But confusion is a phase. It is the reality. And the longer you stay in it, the more you lose your sense of worth. You start lowering your standards, tolerating mixed signals, and convincing yourself that uncertainty is normal. But it's not. Certainty is normal, consistency is normal, clarity is normal, Anything less is settling for chaos. You deserve someone who makes it clear, someone who chooses you openly, without hesitation, someone who does leave you in the dark about how much you matter. And until you demand that, I'll keep wasting yourself on women who thrive on keeping you confused. The brutal reality is this: clarity is the hallmark of seriousness. A woman who wants you will make it known. She won't hide it, she won't water it down, she won't make you guess. And if you're still guessing, that's all you need to know. Confusion is not love, it's your wake-up call. She will respect your time. That is not optional. That is not negotiable. Time is the one resource you can never get back. And the way she treats your time reveals exactly how much she values you. If she cancels constantly, if she shows up late without apology, if she only fits you in when it's convenient for her, then understand this: she does to respect you. And if she does to respect you, she cannot be serious about you. Respect for time is the most overlooked sign of true commitment. Men often dismiss it, brushing off her excuses, telling themselves she's busy, she's stressed, or she has so much going on. But here is the harsh reality: busy people still make time for what matters. If she's not making time for you, then you don't matter enough to her. It's that simple. Excuses are cheap. Actions reveal truth. When a woman values you, she prioritizes you. She plans for you, not around you. She makes space for you in her life, not as an afterthought, but as a foundation. She doesn't treat your presence as optional, she treats it as essential. That is what respect looks like. And if you're not experiencing that, then stop lying to yourself. She's not serious. She's keeping you as an option, nothing more. Disrespect for your time isn't just about being late or canceling. It's about emotional inconsistency too. It's when she takes days to reply but expects you to respond instantly. It's when she leaves you waiting while she entertains distraction. It's when she uses you to fill gaps of boredom instead of making you part of her consistent life. These are not small things, they are signs. And those signs scream louder than anything she says about caring or wanting something real. Here's the truth most men don't want to face. Every time you tolerate disrespect for your time, you lower your value in her eyes. You teach her that it's okay to cancel on you, it's okay to put you last, it's okay to treat you like an option. And once you accept that role, it's almost impossible to break free from it. Respect is not something you beg for. It's something you demand by refusing to tolerate its absence. Time is respect, and respect is love. Without respect, love cannot exist. You cannot build a serious relationship with someone who wastes your time, because what they're really wasting is your life. Every moment you spend waiting on someone who does value you is a moment stolen from your future, stolen from someone who would actually appreciate you, stolen from yourself. You need to stop excusing the inexcusable. Stop accepting "I am busy" as a reason for neglect. Stop tolerating last-minute cancellations and empty promises to make it up to you. Stop rationalizing why she can prioritize you. If she wanted to, she would. If she respected you, she'd show it. If she was serious, your time would matter to her. And if none of that is happening, then the answer is already in front of you. She's not serious about you. Think about it. In any area of life, respect for time is non-negotiable. If your boss constantly wasted your time, you'd call it toxic. If a friend never showed up when they said they would, you'd call it disrespectful. But when it's a woman, suddenly you justify it, excuse it, and tolerate it. Why? Because you're scared to lose her. But the truth is, you've already lost her. A woman who disrespects your time has already told you where you stand. You just refuse to believe her. Here is the reality you need to absorb. If she values you, she respects your time. She shows up, she follows through, she keeps her word. If she does then she's telling you loud and clear that you are not her priority. Don't twist that message into something it's not. Don't build fantasies around her excuses. Stop betraying yourself by tolerating disrespect. The bottom line is simple. A serious woman respects your time, because time is the truest currency of commitment. If she is wasting it, she is wasting you. And if she is wasting you, the only person to blame for staying is yourself. Respect your own time enough to walk away from anyone who does. She will include you in her vision. That is one of the clearest signs that she's serious about you. A woman who sees you as part of her future won't keep you at the edge of her life. She won't lock you out of her plans, her world, or her goals. She will bring you in, and she will make sure you know you not just a passing moment to you or a piece of the future she's building. If you're always on the outside, looking in, waiting to be invited into her life, then you are not her choice. And the longer you ignore that, the deeper you bury yourself in denial. Inclusion is commitment. When someone wants you in their future, they act like it. They don't hide you from friends. They don't avoid introducing you to people who matter. They don't keep you a secret. They integrate you, they involve you, and they let you see where you fit in their bigger picture. If that is missing, then so is the seriousness you keep hoping for. The mistake most men make is tolerating being separate. You convince yourself it is too soon, that she just wants to take things slow, that she'll bring you in eventually. You excuse the distance as patience. But patience is not what is happening, avoidance is. A woman who truly wants you does hesitate to show the world she values you. She does protect her independence by keeping you in the shadows. She strengthens her independence by choosing to build alongside you. Pay attention to her plan. If she never talks about you in them, that silence is the truth. If her vision of tomorrow does include you, she already decided you, not part of it. That's why you hear so much about me, but so little about we. That's why you feel like a visitor in her life instead of a cornerstone. And yet, instead of facing that clarity, you tell yourself stories. You believe she's being careful. You hope she'll eventually warm up. But you are lying to yourself. If you are not in her plans now, you won't be in them later. Inclusion does. It means she has to hand you her entire life right away. It means she makes space for you without hesitation. She lets you in on the details that matter. She brings you closer to the people who matter. She shares her goals with you because she sees you as someone who belongs in that journey. If you are excluded from all of that, then stop pretending she is serious. She isn't. She is keeping you at a distance because that's where she wants you. Here is the brutal truth. Women don't hide the men they want. If she is keeping you in the background, it is not because she's protecting her privacy. It is because she does see you as permanent. If she's not weaving you into her world, she's telling you temporary. And if you don't believe that, it's because you'd rather be lied to than deal with reality. Inclusion is a test. If she wants you, she will show it by opening her life to you. If she does, she'll keep you compartmentalized, hidden, and separate. And the dangerous part is that you'll rationalize it, because you want her so badly. You tell yourself, she just needs time. But you already know the truth. If she wanted you in her world, you'd already be there. You need to demand inclusion, not with words, not by begging, not by pleading, but by refusing to settle for being shut out. If you're on the outside looking in, stop waiting for her to unlock the door. Walk away. Because someone who truly wants you to make you wait at the threshold, they'll bring you inside without hesitation. The sign is simple. A serious woman will include you in her vision. You'll feel it. You'll see it. You won't have to beg for it. And if you are excluded, it's not by accident, it's by choice. Stop pretending it's something else. Stop excusing what is obvious. If you are not in her plans, you are not her priority. And if you're not her priority, then it's time to stop wasting yourself on someone who does see your worth. Here's the third truth. A woman who is serious will never risk losing you by acting like she does care. Let that sink in. If she wants you for real, she won't test you with silence. She won't play games to see how much you can take. She won't use your patience as a measuring stick for how deep your love runs. That behavior isn't seriousness, it's control. And control has no place in real commitment. Yet too many men fall for it. You convince yourself that her distance is a test. You tell yourself she just wants to see if you are strong enough to stick around. You believe she is pulling back because she's scared of being hurt. But here's the blunt reality. No woman who truly values a man risks pushing him away with apathy. If she wants you, she nurtures you. If she is playing with you, she does to want you. She wants the power she gets from knowing you will stay no matter how badly she treats you. Let's be honest. You've felt this before. The silence, the games, the constant tug of war where one day she's warm and the next day she's ice cold. And every time she pulls away, you chase harder, thinking your persistence will prove your worth. But all it really proves is that she can disrespect you and still keep you hooked. That isn't love, that's manipulation. A woman who is serious doesn't gamble with your presence. She doesn't test whether you will tolerate being ignored. She doesn't push you to the breaking point, just to see if you'll come crawling back. She knows what she wants, and she acts like it. And if you're with someone who constantly puts you through emotional games, then the truth is brutal, but undeniable. She's not afraid of losing you because she does value you enough to care. Stop lying to yourself. Stop romanticizing pain as proof of love. Stop calling her games tests. They are not tests. They evidence that she does take you seriously. Evidence that she is comfortable putting you through chaos. Evidence that she values her control over your clarity. And the more you tolerate it, the more you train her to treat you with indifference. Think about it this way. When someone wants to keep you in their life, they protect the relationship. They don't risk destroying it with careless games. They don't play with your patience like it's a toy. They don't dangle love in front of you only to snatch it away. They protect what they value. And if she is not protecting you, it's because she does value you. Simple. Here, as the shocker most men refuse to face, tests are a sign of immaturity, not love. Manipulation is a sign of insecurity, not commitment. A woman who plays games is not trying to see if you are strong enough to handle her. Seeing how much she can get away with before you finally leave. And if you never leave, then she learns that she can keep playing forever. You become her puppet, not her partner. You need to stop tolerating it. Stop rewarding her games with loyalty. Stop mistaking her indifference for depth. If she is serious, she will show care, not cruelty. She will offer clarity, not confusion. She will fight to keep you, not gamble with losing you. Anything less is not love. It's weakness disguised as passion. A woman who is serious knows exactly what is at stake. She knows that good men are rare, that real commitment is valuable, that your presence matters. She won't risk destroying that by acting like you don't matter. She won't test you with pain. She'll show you with respect. That's the difference. That's how you separate seriousness from games. So stop falling for the lie of tests. Stop justifying her coldness as proof of her depth. Stop betraying yourself by tolerating disrespect. If she wants you, she won't risk losing you. And if she is risking losing you, then you already know the truth. She does care enough to keep you. Understand this once and for all. Serious love is simple. It's not hidden. It's not confusing. It's not something you need to overanalyze, decode, or chase. When a woman truly wants you, it feels obvious. It feels clear. It feels natural. If what you're experiencing is endless guessing, constant doubt, and emotional exhaustion, that's not love. It is dysfunction. And the longer you lie to yourself about it, the more you waste your life on someone who was never serious to begin with. You've been sold a lie. Movies, songs, and empty advice have made you believe that real love is supposed to be dramatic, chaotic, and complicated. They've convinced you that passion is born in confusion, that intensity comes from pain, that drama equals depth. That lie is why you keep chasing women who drain you, instead of choosing women who give you peace. But here's the truth. Love that is real does leave you guessing. It doesn't keep you in limbo. It doesn't feel like a war. Love that is real feels secure, consistent, and stable. If you are exhausted trying to figure her out, you already know the answer. You are not confused because love is complicated. You are confused because she's not serious. Confusion is the byproduct of love. It is the proof of disinterest. And the more you tolerate it, the more you teach yourself to accept less than you deserve. Every unanswered message, every excuse, every mixed signal chips away at your self-respect. You start convincing yourself that this is normal, that love is supposed to hurt, that patience will pay off. But all patience gives you is more of the same disappointment. Real seriousness does need endless explanation. It doesn't need tests. It does need conditions. It doesn't require you to fight for basic clarity. It shows itself in consistency. She calls. She shows up. She invests. She makes you part of her world. You don't have to question it, because she makes sure you know. That is what it looks like when someone values you. And if you don't have that, you don't have seriousness, you have a distraction. You need to wake up to this truth. Love isn't supposed to drain you. It isn't supposed to make you feel small. It is supposed to leave you wondering if you matter. Love is supposed to elevate you. It's supposed to give you peace, not anxiety. It's supposed to bring clarity, not confusion. If what you are experiencing does feel like that, then stop calling it love. Stop lying to yourself. Stop clinging to a fantasy. A woman who wants you seriously will never make you doubt your place in her life. She'll never keep you guessing whether you matter. She'll never play with your emotions like they are disposable. She'll make it clear, over and over again, through her actions. And that clarity will give you peace. The kind of peace that makes you stronger, not weaker. The kind of peace that fuels you, not drains you. But here's the part that hurts. Most men stay in confusion because they're addicted to it. You mistake the roller coaster for love. You mistake inconsistency for passion. You mistake chaos for intensity. And because of that, you keep going back for more, even though it's killing you. You'd rather have unpredictable highs and lows than the boring consistency of someone who actually cares. That's not love, that's self-destruction. You need to rewire your mind. Stop glorifying struggle. Stop romanticizing pain. Stop telling yourself that drama means depth. Love that drains you is not love, it control. Love that confuses you is not love, it's avoidant. Love that makes you feel like you are never enough is not love, it rejection dressed as affection. The sooner you accept that, the sooner you free yourself from the cycle of wasting your time on women who were never serious. The truth could, to be clearer, serious love is simple. It does to hide. It does to confuse. It does to exhaust. It builds, it strengthens, it stabilizes. If what you have does to look like that, then it's time to stop calling it love and start calling it what it really is, an illusion. And illusions will never give you the future you want. Now it's time to face yourself. You've heard the truth. You've seen the patterns. You know the difference between a woman who wants you and a woman who is just passing time with you. The question is, what are you going to do with that knowledge? Will you keep pretending, keep waiting, keep feeding yourself excuses? Or will you finally respect yourself enough to stop settling for less? Every minute you spend with someone who is serious is a minute stolen from your future. Every day you waste hoping she'll change is a day you could have invested in someone who already sees your worth. And every time you accept her games, her silence, her indifference, you, not just letting her disrespect you are teaching yourself that you deserve disrespect. That, the harshest reality. It's not her holding you back anymore. You. Stop lying to yourself. Stop calling her confusion love. Stop calling her distance patience. Stop calling her avoidance, taking things slow. If she wanted you, you'd already know. If she valued you, you'd already feel it. If she was serious, you would be questioning it right now. The fact that you are still uncertain is your answer. And the longer you deny that, the weaker you make yourself. You need to make a choice. Do you want to keep being the man who waits around, who accepts crumbs, who mistakes games for love? Or do you want to become the man who demands clarity, who values himself, who walks away when he is not respected? Because those are your only two options. Keep settling for women who aren't serious, or raise your standards and stop tolerating the bare minimum. Understand this. A woman who is serious will prove it without you begging, without you chasing, without you testing her to see if she'll finally choose you. She'll choose you from the start. She'll show it in her consistency, her actions, her investment. You won't need to wonder. You won't need to fight for scraps of attention. You won't need to decode her silence. It will be clear, simple, undeniable. So the challenge is in front of you. Either you continue being blind, or you finally see what, in plain sight. Either you continue clinging to illusions, or you cut them off and create space for something real. Either you stay trapped in the cycle of confusion, or you rise above it and demand the kind of love that actually builds you. Here's the final slap of truth. If you keep ignoring the signs, then you deserve the disappointment that follows. If you stay with a woman who's not serious, don't complain when she leaves you empty. Don't cry about betrayal when she never promised you loyalty. Don't whine about wasted years when you chose to waste them by refusing to see reality. The pain you feel won't be her fault, it'll be yours, because the truth was always there. You just did to want to face it. So face it now, cut the illusions, raise your standards, demand the respect you've been denying yourself. Stop waiting for her to get serious, and get serious about yourself. Serious about your worth, serious about your future, serious about what you deserve, 'cause Once you do, everything changes. You stop being a man who tolerates confusion and start being a man who commands clarity. And only then will you attract a woman who is truly serious about you. The choice is brutal but simple. Keep wasting your life on women who don't want you, or take your power back and create a life where only the right one gets in. Stop waiting. Stop hoping. Stop making excuses. Start demanding more. The time for denial is over. The time for truth is now.